What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are here to talk about what's going on with the Cleveland Guardians and this whole prop betting scandal situation that's going on in the MLB. So if you don't know what's going on, the Cleveland Guardians have two relief pitchers, Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz. You might have heard of them, right? These guys are accused of rigging their pitches for certain bettors on the outside that they're connected to win a crap ton of money. And I'm not talking about to win $100, $50, $150, whatever. No, these guys are winning like 25K, 10K, 11, 15K, big amounts of money. And it's not just a one-time thing. It's happened multiple times, according to these reports that I'm reading. In my head, it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, these guys are getting paid thousands upon millions of dollars to play the game of baseball, and it's just like, why would they need to do this, right? And according to this article I'm reading on ESPN by Jeff Passan, Luis Ortiz was arrested just a few days ago in Boston, but he was released on bonds for like $500K or whatever. But now he can't leave Boston, where I guess he lives currently. He can only go to Cleveland to visit his lawyer, New York for the court trials or whatever, and that's it. They confiscated his passports and everything. He's stuck in Boston, or he can go to Cleveland or New York. That's it. That's all he can go. They're keeping a close eye on him. These guys are both still facing almost 60 years of prison time for this big scandal that's going on. And in my eyes, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, like, these guys are making millions upon thousands to millions of dollars to play baseball. There's no reason why they would need to do this, right? Like, why are you going to throw away your whole career that you worked so hard to get through, especially for these two guys coming from DR, rough conditions and stuff like that. And it's like, how can you grind all the way through all of that you've been through in the DR to make it to the big leagues? And especially for Emmanuel Clase's case, where he's one of the top relievers in the league. I think he's gotten like a couple Cy Young awards, I believe, or at least definitely a Reliever of the Year award. And so, like, he's on the top of his game. He's one of the best relievers in the game. So it's like, why work so hard and then throw it all away for this one betting scandal where not even 10% of what they're making? Like, next year, Emmanuel Clase was set up to make like $6 million, and then Luis Ortiz was set up to make like $800,000. So it's like, it doesn't make sense. Why would they do this? And according to this report by Jeff Passan, that Clase is linked to certain texts with these bettors. They're saying, oh, hey, with the winnings, send it back to the homeland to fix up this house, take care of the family, whatever. And also, I think there's like another text where they messed up on a pitch and he sent like a GIF or some kind of image being like, oh, sorry, or whatever. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? You're one of the top relievers in the game. You're at the top of your game. You just signed a 5-year, $20 million extension a few years ago. Again, you're set to make $6 million next year, and then $10 million the next 2 years after that. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. If it's in the perspective of like, I'm doing whatever I can to take care of my family, next year I can get hurt, get released, all this money's gone. If that's the reason, still doesn't make sense. You're making millions of dollars. You can set aside $100K at least and send it back home. Why does it, it doesn't make any sense? Why do you gotta do this whole betting thing? I was watching baseball the other day, and I forget his name, but he was talking about, oh, maybe whoever the bettors are, like, caught him doing something, and like they're holding it ransom, and they're like, hey, well, we won't release whatever, or we won't say nothing about this if you do this and whatever, we help each other out, kind of thing, or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. I doubt it. I think it's just more so it's probably like a close friend to him, obviously, that doesn't play in the MLB, that's just placing the bets, and this guy's just saying, hey, those winnings, send it to mama. Mama needs a new house in DR. I gotta get her taken care of. Again, it just doesn't make any sense, and I'm curious to think of what you guys are thinking as well. Let me know down in the comments. The fact that these guys are facing up to 60 years in prison, that's almost a whole life. That's basically a whole lifetime in prison, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense. All that just to make 10K when you're set up to make $6 million. $800,000 next season. Like, I don't know what these guys are thinking. And especially coming off of the back of what's going on in the NBA with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups both getting caught with cheating or rigging poker games or whatever it was, or rigging games and stuff. Like, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense as to why these guys are doing what they're doing, especially when you're a big name. In the case for the MLB of Emmanuel Clase, you're not, like, it doesn't make sense as to why you would do it. I'm gonna just keep repeating. I'm gonna sound like a broken record at this point in this video, but it's just like, again, it doesn't make sense. Maybe if it was like some random Joe on like the White Sox, it probably wouldn't matter as much. But you're Emmanuel Clase, one of the best relievers in the league. You've won multiple awards. You've been to the multiple All-Star games in your career so far. That's gonna raise a red flag when you're doing stuff intentionally to win money for somebody else or whatever, or winning money for you if that's the case. Now, I'm reading here in the article, Ortiz's attorney, Chris Gregorles, I don't know, I'm gonna put his name somewhere here on the screen so you can read that. Of course, they're denying the charges, saying that they would never do something like this, that, they play to win, whatever, blase, blase. And then the same thing for Clase, that they would never do this. They worked hard their entire lives to be where they're at, whatever. Like, this is all what the lawyers are saying. But again, it just doesn't make sense. It's all right there. It's all on video. You can go look this up. Like, all the points in time where they're rigging pitches, and then the fact that the special agency of the government or whatever that looks into these kind of things, like, is able to cross-reference, like, okay, hey, like, on this day somebody made $20,000 on this specific bet. Let's go into the footage, go to the game, boom, they can see the pitch exactly where that person made 20 bands. And if that's not the first case, all right, let's go check another day. Oh, on this date somebody made $25,000. Let's see what happened in that game. Oh, there's Luis Ortiz. Where's the first pitch? Oh, boom, perfect ball. Again, it just doesn't make sense. I wish I can live in their heads, in the thought process of what they had in their heads, of being like, you know what, this seems like a great idea. I'm not gonna get it caught because it's not my name on the bet. It's Smo Joe in the corner. They don't know I know him. I'm gonna get scot-free. No, you're gonna get caught. Everybody knows this. You're gonna get caught. And then there's the fact you have text messages with these guys. It doesn't make sense. Like, how, like, oh my gosh. I don't know, man. I love awesome words, because again, it just doesn't make sense the more I talk about this. As far as the prop bets go, in this, I guess, in the country, like, they might just remove prop bets in general, because the fact that, like, a lot of professional athletes are getting accused, indicted, arrested, whatever, so they might just take prop betting out. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's all just speculation coming out of my narrow-minded head. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. What are your guys' thoughts? What's gonna happen with these guys? Like, are they gonna get arrested for almost 60 years? I know for sure one thing: we're not seeing them anymore in the MLB. The MLB is not gonna play with this whole betting scandal. Like, I think they're done. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as for Cleveland. I don't know if they're gonna give them just like another 2 draft picks or something to make up for the 2 players that they're gone. But for the most part, I feel like Clase and Luis Ortiz's careers are over with this scandal. Because if Pete Rose is getting banned for life for rigging games back in the day, these guys are definitely getting banned for life for rigging pitches in the game. So I don't know, man. It's again still mind-boggling. I know I've said this, but it just doesn't make sense. I gotta put some kind of counter or something, because I don't know how many times I've said it just doesn't make any sense in this video. And then I'm really curious to see if, like, how far down the chain does this go? Like, are there more players involved? Who else is involved in something like this? Because again, it's not just here in the MLB, it's in the NBA too, and who knows where else, in MLS, in NHL, in fucking NCAA, and whoever else and wherever else, NFL. Who else is rigging games to make money? Because it's out there. Because even nowadays, it's just as easy as just picking up your phone and placing a bet, or having a buddy that you knew from high school place a bet for you to give you the money. So again, I'm just curious to see what you guys think about all this. Let me know down in the comments. Let's start up a conversation, whatever. Because again, man, it just doesn't make sense. For like the 1000th time in this video, it just doesn't all add up as to why they did this, how it happened, or how it came to be. I guess like it's just crazy like that all this is just happening. And obviously, again, coming off the back of what's happening in the NBA with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, it's just a matter of time again where these betting companies or whoever steps in and is like, hey, prop bets gotta go, keep it to just who wins and loses, and then we'll see even if what happens with that. But I don't know. Again, just let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What's your guesses as what's to happen in the future with prop bets or betting in general? What's gonna happen with these two guys? By the way, I gotta give a quick shout out to you guys because you guys showed a ton of love in the last video. I think it's definitely well above 2,000 views at this point. One of my highest viewed video on the channel with like 18 likes, and I've gained like 12, 13 subscribers from it. So you guys have shown out with all the love. I definitely much so appreciate it. Again, continue to spread the love. If you're new to the channel here, please drop a subscribe, like the video, and share it. You know, we gotta get this conversation going because again, it's only a matter of time something happens with these two guys, betting as a whole, and whatever else. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a like, follow me on all my socials down below. I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/powersearch98. It's gonna be linked down below, of course. And again, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.